They told me all this hustle was supposed to pay off. Work hard until you're 65 and retire, and then you can enjoy your life, travel, do all the things you want. Slow traveling through countries like Vietnam and Thailand showed me that that was a lie. And that you don't have to wait until you're 65 to live your life. You don't have to wait that long to live your dream of slow traveling through Southeast Asia or throughout the world. Hi, I'm KB. Me and my husband, who are in our late 30s and early 40s, left the US to slow travel through Southeast Asia. And these are two of my favorite countries I found that you can go to and live and recover from the hustle and bustle of the stresses of the US life demands from you. And these are two of my favorite countries on a budget. Comparisons for Vietnam and Thailand, and then number one is the convenience and tourist friendliness. When you compare Vietnam and Thailand, these are the two competitors right now as far as Southeast Asia, where most expats and tourists go to. Now, a lot of people live there long term as well, and Thailand has been the king of tourism for expats for the longest time. Now, Vietnam recently has been giving Thailand a run for their money in terms of attracting more tourists and tourist dollars and digital nomads and things like that. Thailand is really built for attracting tourists and expats. They have the infrastructure, they have the activities and the accommodations, the options, the conveniences. Vietnam is trying to catch up. They're building very aggressively. Like when I was in Da Nang, like almost every direction I see, there's a new construction, new condo, new hotel being built. And so they're trying to catch up to Thailand. And I think give it some time, Vietnam is going to be right there overtaking Thailand. But for right now, Thailand is still the king of convenient tourism, and for expats who are used to having everything convenient and at their fingertips, they really cater for that in Thailand. So as far as convenience, I would say Thailand is the king. I mean, there's 7-Elevens, there's street shops, coffee shops, tourist activities, massages, this and that. Pretty much anything you want, Thailand has it, and especially like places like Bangkok. It's the most convenient place you can live. Vietnam is trying to catch up, but they have some way to go. As far as cost and how much your dollar goes, because of the rising tourism over time in Thailand, things have gone up. The first time I was in Thailand, it was back in, I think, 2012. And compare that with today, things have definitely has gone up over time. I can tell the difference just from, being back in Thailand every few years or so. And Vietnam is the king of affordability in Southeast Asia right now. And as how much the quality of life your dollar buys. That's why a lot of expats and tourists are going to Vietnam. If you're looking for as lowest cost of living as possible with the amount of quality of life you can purchase in Southeast Asia, it's definitely Vietnam. For example, my average cost in Da Nang was right around $2,000 for both me and my husband, for two people. And when we were in Thailand, in Bangkok, average cost a month was $2,300 to $2,500. And so as far as cost effectiveness and budget for slow budget travelers, Vietnam definitely takes the cake. Now, language and people. If you go in any of these countries, in the big cities, you will see you can get by without learning much of the language. Everybody speaks. A lot of the touristy places, there's more people who speak English, especially the younger generation. Older people, you would have a little bit of struggle, but you can get away with like Google Translate and things like that. If you go to more rural places, both of these countries, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think in general, you're going to have a little bit of ease with English in Thailand than Vietnam. Same thing for healthcare, the convenience. Vietnam has good healthcare. Thailand has better healthcare and a lot more options than Vietnam. But if you're just doing like their normal stuff or like a regular checkups and things, you really can't tell the difference. Thailand has been built in catering to that for so many years. They have more options as far as hospitals and doctors and facilities and things like that. Is a lot more than Vietnam. So next category is visa. So Vietnam visa is very easy for US citizens, at least. All I had to do was apply for the 90-day e-visa, and you can fill that out online within like 5 minutes, and it costs $25 per person for single entry and $50 for multiple entry for 90 days. And that's a very easy process you can do. Mine took probably maybe a week. Just online, do it before you go, and that was a very easy process. Once you get to Vietnam, I know a lot of expats who live there. After your 90-day ends, if you wanted to stay there longer, you can go to what's called a border run, where these agencies or services will take you on a bus, take you to another country like Cambodia for the day, cross the border, get your paperwork done, restamp, and get you another 90 days to come back to Vietnam. As far as Thailand, it is a little bit more stricter. You, as a US citizen, you don't have to get an e-visa. You will get automatic up to 60-day entry when you come upon arrival. You don't have to apply ahead of time. The only thing you have to do is fill out the ETA. You have to fill it out ahead of time, your arrival card online. That'll save you a lot of time at the airport. So 60 days, and you can extend that for another 30 days for right now 1,900 baht, which is about 58 US dollars. And as far as longer term visas, there is a DTV visa for digital nomads. For $400, you can get up to 180 days. That is an option for if you're looking for a long-term stay. And there's some qualifications. But these rules, visa rules, especially in Thailand, changes quite often. So be sure to check it before you travel because it constantly changes over time. So this is, as a recording of this video, this is the current visa situation. Both are fairly easy, especially the 60-day tourist arrival for US citizens in Thailand is easy. If you want long-term, maybe look into the DTV visa if you qualify for that. So that's the situation. Safety, I would say they're equally as safe in both countries. I never had any concerns either in Thailand or in Vietnam. They're both fairly safe places compared to major US cities like, you have to watch out for things like that. So next category is climate. In Thailand, there's really two climate seasons. It's hot and dry and hot and humid. And the best time, the high tourist season where most people go to is from November to February. And that's the weather is going to be the driest, the coolest, when it's still hot, but it's going to be relatively pleasant compared to the unbearable high humidity and hot during other times of the year. But that also means larger crowds, more tourists, costs going up, accommodations and things, prices going up during these high tourist season. If you're a slow traveler and looking to save money on a budget, then I would pick a shoulder season or even rainy season if you're in the big city like Bangkok, where they have the infrastructure to protect you from the rain in the rainy season. They have all these indoor malls that you can do pretty much anything in, and they have covered walking patio connecting the MRT to your station or to the shopping mall or restaurants and things like that. Just do watch out for the burning season, like in January or February in places like Chiang Mai where the air pollution gets unbearable. I would avoid those. Other than that, if you're sticking with major cities, I would even say it's cheaper to travel during the rainy season because a lot of tourists are not going. Accommodation prices goes down, other prices goes down, and there's more options as well. Now, Vietnam is a completely different game. Because of the shape of the country is so long, it really depends on which region you're going to, whether you're going to north, south, or central, and it varies. In places in the north like Hanoi, during the winter is more of a cooler and misty climate. And when I say cool, it could get down to as low as 50 Fahrenheit or 10 Celsius, and that's pretty cool for Vietnam. Now, if you're looking for like going to places like Da Nang, the best time to go to Da Nang is February through May, and you want to avoid the rainy season. In my experience, Vietnam does not have the infrastructure to deal with the rainy season, the amount of rain that it can come during rainy season as Thailand does. So when I was in Da Nang, for example, the couple times the neighboring places like Hue and different places flooded when it rained. And there's not much you can do on a rainy day except go to some of the indoor malls, or you can hang out in coffee shops, go to a massage room. That's about it around Da Nang. When it rains, you can do mostly indoor activities. People still get around during the rain, but it makes it very difficult. Where if you were staying in a place like Bangkok, you don't have to get wet in order to go somewhere, where in places like Da Nang, I had higher chances of getting wet in the rain. So just do keep that in mind. If you are planning on going, you want to check out the weather, and depending on which region you want to go to, the climate varies. Like if you're going to Chiang Mai, for example, in the north of Thailand, the climate's going to be cooler compared to places like Bangkok, or in the South Islands, it's going to be a lot more warmer and higher temperature. So do check out the weather, and depending on when you're planning your trip. If you're a slow traveler, like I said, shoulder season is not a bad time to go, and also a low tourist season is a win for you as a slow traveler. If you book the right accommodation and pick the right places to go during slow season, you can save a ton of money that way. My tip for you is pick one place or one city and stay there for at least a month or so. Get to know the neighborhood, get to know the area, the local shop down the street, the guy or gal who makes your coffee every morning, and the mom and pop shop around the corner, and get to know their name, get to know other expats that live nearby, or local expat groups. Even better, make some local friends and explore their culture and how they live a way of life Slow down. Don't do the, new city, new place every week, every weekend, we have to be on the run and on the go. That's the exact thing you left to escape and recover your nervous system, to heal from the hustle and bustle and the constant run. So I would say just pick a place in Vietnam or Thailand and stay there for a whole month and take your time exploring, get to know. You don't have to see everything at once. Most likely you will come back to that place another time, maybe another year, but you don't have to try to do all the touristy thing in one trip. Live there like a local, do your thing, have a weekly routine, have a daily routine, even if you're in a different place. I hope this gave you a little bit of an understanding of what to expect from each of these countries. They're both amazing. I loved both of them. They offer different things. Thailand is a little bit more touristy, but it's still amazing. Vietnam is more authentic, raw. While they're still trying to cater to tourists, you're going to have to be a little bit more patient in Vietnam in terms of conveniences, what the comforts you're used to, versus if you go to Thailand, it's going to be mostly very convenient in especially major cities, in tourist destinations. Hope you like this video. Do check out the pro tip in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and it helps me know that you like this so I can make more videos like this. See you next time.